Hey everyone, it's Kellen Brauer here from RacerX, back again with another race examination video where we're actually going to do something a little bit different this week. Tom Journet, our video guy, gets some stuff from the floor every weekend at Supercross, so this time we're going to slow motion break down some of the footage that he gets because he gets some pretty interesting stuff that not everybody gets to see. So let's start off by talking about these guys going through the whoops in the 450 main event. You get to see Eli Tomac and Jason Anderson skim across these pretty well, but then when we get to Justin Barcia, he's going to get kicked around a little bit and get a little sideways, so we kind of wanted to break down the anatomy of this. And one thing I wanted you to focus on, first of all, he's going to hit this little notch in the ground here. You can even see it's angled a little bit. That's going to kick him sideways, but watch his feet right here. Really uniquely, the bottom of his feet are going to kind of like leverage different ways. His right foot stays a little bit more flat and planted while the left foot kicks down, and that's to try to control the bike and kind of keep it straight while he's also, you know, managing the bike between his knees. It's really interesting to watch these guys do that stuff in slow motion because you don't really see it when it just happens. Like again, here he's getting sideways. I want you to notice here that again, his knees are a little bit offline, so that's again him shifting his weight and balance to try to counteract which direction the bike is going, so it kicks him around again. And then even here, look at how like contorted his body is, but that's because he's trying to push the bike kind of the other direction from the angle in which the kick is going to send him, which is to the left. So he's trying to push the bike to the right to minimize the damage that the kick back to the left will have. It's little stuff like that that's just so fascinating to watch happen in the whoops. And again, here with Jason Anderson, almost the exact same thing. It's like the same fifth whoop or so, hits a notch, and you're also going to notice that his leg is going to straighten up a little bit more when he's trying to react to that notch maybe kicking him, so he's trying to like contort his body again. And again, similar thing to what Barcia was doing, back and forth, back and forth. Really interesting to watch these guys attack the whoops like that because not every time do you get to know what exactly went wrong in the whoops. I want to remind everybody that this video is presented by OnX Off-Road. Nowhere to go with the #1 off-road GPS app. Access 500,000 plus miles of trails and roads, open dates, and public lands. Download the OnX Off-Road app today. As we move on to some of the stuff from the 250 class, I wanted to talk a little bit about body positioning through rhythm sections, and starting off with Jet Lawrence doing this kind of thing to kind of control the bike through the air off of this little triple jump. But then I want you to focus in on his head position through this rhythm section. So as he goes off this first little double, he kind of soaks the jump up, but then look at how low his head is going to stay through this rhythm section. It's trying to keep that body low to the ground and let the bike kind of absorb with the legs underneath of him. And the same thing is happening back here with Enzo Lopes, Phil Nicoletti. They're stepping on off the table, so you don't get to see it as much, but again, back here with McAdoo, same kind of thing. Head position low, let the body work the bike underneath, and again, when he takes off that triple jump, head position low. So now when we look at Hampshire right here, the head position is high, but he's actually reacting to the fact that he's over jumping this little tabletop in the middle, and look at, like, fully compresses the suspension when he's going to triple out right here. But again, why body positioning is so important, he keeps the body facing frontwards on the bike, kind of leaned over the front, and keeps it controlled as it goes off the next jump right there. Really cool stuff to see. Now this is maybe my certified favorite set of clips of the night from Tom Journet, and it is because Pierce Brown double shifts up in about 0.4 seconds before jumping into the whoops right here. This is that double out of the corner after the Dragon's back, so they're coming off of that jump in second or maybe third and then shifting down, and then he comes off of that one, goes up twice, and then the same thing here for Styles Robertson. Up twice, jumping into the whoops, and they're doing that so fast. Like, it is impossible to explain how quickly they're doing that. But you can see the one little click up right there, reaches under it again and clicks up again, then lets it drop down because they're getting into fourth gear so that they can charge in the whoops. Look at how fast that's happening. This real-time speed right there of them jumping off of that. And I don't even know how they're getting those shifts up, but that is just absolutely incredible. Now, the last thing I wanted to break down here from some of the footage that Tom got is kind of the anatomy of a pass. And this is RJ Hampshire passing Cameron McAdoo for second late in the main event. And I wanted to explain something. Sometimes you hear Ricky Carmichael when he's on the broadcast, you know, get excited about, oh, here comes a pass attempt or something. Why is he doing that? Well, as you can see here, Hampshire, he's like starting to throw even a harder like scrub almost. He's leaning off the bike even further. And that is something that if you watch these guys over and over again set up for passes, they almost like click into a different mindset when they're going to go into a pass. So in this situation, Hampshire is like leaning off the side of the bike and he's going to flick the bike back down to the ground hard to scrub it down to the inside on McAdoo. So again, it's almost like a light bulb goes off in his head where he's like, I'm close enough. I'm going to flick it out harder so that when I land, I can swing back to the other side and jump down to the inside and make this pass. That is something that if you just watch enough, you can sometimes see those little things where it's like, oh, he knows he's about to try to make a pass attempt. And here Hampshire goes down the inside and makes a pass. So that's some review of the footage that Tom got for us here on RacerXOnline.com. If you guys like this one, let us know. And be sure to tune in to Anaheim 2 this weekend on Peacock at 1:30 p.m. Pacific for Race Day Live and 7 p.m. Pacific for the night show.